Ah, coronet, when you need to catch a coro. I don't know what else.
Beginning responsibility. I wish they had a series on ending responsibility.
Being a big fat cheater.
How to call in sick when you're not.
Dining, dashing, and you.
Alimony, that's for suckers.
You didn't even get a king.
What?
Well, you didn't move the way you were supposed to.
He did seem to jump forward in
I
time.
didn't get a chance.
This is your face.
Paula isn't being a very good sport. You know why? How would you feel if you just lost 3 games in a row to a brother who bragged about winning?
Would you be consumed by shame and eventually become a lowly narrator like I did?
He didn't mean to make his sister feel bad. Yet he doesn't want to admit that he's a bad sport for bragging so.
You baby.
So he offers some words of encouragement.
You call me that, and I'm not a baby. You just want to call me that for fun. No, I don't. You just go crying all the time. And another
Let's stop this argument for a moment.
Whoa, Paula, no need to swear.
Just because Woody and Paula have started out being bad sports doesn't mean they have to continue. Especially, well, let's think about some of the things.
Weird
Paula
edit. They
should
must have
know
cut
about
Paula's
being
filthy
a good
denunciation
sport.
of the Pope.
Just a few weeks ago, Paula was at Vicky's house. Lisa was there too, and she brought out a game to play.
4th edition Dungeons and Dragons.
Lisa knew Paula was chaotic evil and may stab her with a short sword at any moment.
It was one that Vicky and Lisa especially liked, but Paula didn't.
Oh, no, not that game again.
4th edition
Why not?
sucks.
Fun. It's a good game. Well, I don't like it. Aw, come on, don't be a bad sport. I'm not being a bad sport.
I'm whining. There's a difference.
Play the same old game all the time. Well, then you don't have to play.
Do you suppose Paula expected that reply?
Or did we just blow your minds?
Well, then I don't have to stay here either.
I'll move to Hollywood
So
and
Paula
marry
left
Rock
to
Hudson.
save her pride. But was it worth it? Vicky wasn't very nice, but it was just a game.
Oh, no, D&D is a lifestyle.
What happened there?
Luckily, I'll always have my Cindy Brady
And maybe
cosplay.
she learned something from her experience. Seeing what happens when you're a bad sport can be one of the first steps toward learning to be a good one. But Paula still needed a little help.
Learning to start fires with her mind.
A few days later, Paula got some help from her good friend Jill.
Jill was the Doogie Howser of psychotherapy.
It was her first time. She wanted to do well.
But her arms had the same range of movement as a T-Rex.
Oh, I can't do it.
Is that being a good sport? Giving up so easily?
Without even having tried
Well,
cheating?
it can be discouraging. Wanting very much to do well at something and not being able to.
You better go. Losers make my dad
Is there
angry.
some way Jill can help Paula?
Don't give up, Paula. It's hard for everyone at first.
It took me 20 takes to nail this line.
Just takes practice. Come on, I'll hit them to you real easy. You can do it.
Just grunt real loud like a pro
Encouraging
tennis
someone who's having
player.
trouble. That helps them feel good. And that's a way of being a good sport.
Like McEnroe.
Continuing to try, even when you're not doing so well. That's also a good sport. Friends who are a little...
Paula decides not to ask about all the kitten skulls in the fireplace.
And Paula was learning. A few
In
days
your
later,
face, Jill!
Paula showed that she could be a good sport at school.
She didn't like tabletop D&D, so she was giving LARPing a try.
Very good. Paula, since you'll be playing the part of the Viking Queen, you get to wear this hat.
This was before the word helmet had been invented.
Paula didn't like being laughed at.
I will kill you all where you stand.
She thought of taking the hat off and refusing to play the part. And then she thought of the other times when she wanted to quit, when things weren't going well.
And how great it worked out, and how happy it made her.
And maybe the others didn't mean any harm by laughing.
That's why she would kill them last.
Looks funny. Paula had learned something about being a good sport. That made it more fun for everyone.
The second grade version of Game of Thrones was a hit.
Do you think Paula might remember what she's learned in her argument with Woody? And what about Woody? Has he learned anything about being a good sport?
Actually, I try to
find out.
avoid sports with the bronchitis and the trick knee.
Let's see what Woody learned a month ago when he was playing ball with some of his friends.
The complicated game of ball.
Hey, that ball's coming to me. Throw it. Hey, you took it right out of my hands, Woody. Where's the stereo belong? Yeah, quit hogging the ball.
Woody had violated the primary rule
The words of the other
ball.
boys made Woody realize that he wasn't being a very good sport.
As recounted in Woody's 3-volume memoir, Days of Ball.
He'd wanted so much to do well at the game that he forgot that the others wanted a chance too. Do you ever find yourself thinking so much about what you're doing that you forget about others? Forget about how they feel?
Here, work off that spare tire, fatty.
Woody!
What?
Taught him something about being a good sport that day.
It would be a full week before Woody got back to stomping
Another
throats.
day, Woody learned something else
dear.
about being a good sport.
Electricity was new to Woody's town. The boys feared and hated it.
Woody's friends were trying to hit a street lamp, but luckily they weren't able to hit it.
Luckily, huh?
Hey,
Looks
Woody,
like our
you
narrator is a
got
streetlight sympathizer.
Let's throw rocks at him!
Go ahead, Woody. Don't be a bad sport.
Woody didn't want to do something that was wrong.
Besides those
Yet he
ridiculous
wanted to
pants
be liked
cuffs,
by
you
the
mean.
Others. And they insisted. What could he do?
Here you go, kid. First rocks for free.
Should he try to break the lamp?
I better not. It just might be my luck.
A talking rock. It's a miracle.
Being a good sport doesn't always mean going along with your friends. Sometimes you have to decide not to do what the others want if it means doing something you know is wrong.
So instead, they went to the railroad tracks to look at a dead body.
That day, the others learned something from Woody.
That hanging out with Woody is the exact opposite of fun.
On another day, Woody and his friends were running relay races, and Woody's team was being beaten. Woody started getting discouraged.
Guys, I'm pretty sure this isn't how bowling works.
Oh, boy. We'll never catch him. No use even trying.
Woody grew up to be a motivational speaker.
Where you going?
Uh-oh. My familiar's talking during the day now.
Let's at least try. Come on, Woody. Don't be a bad sport. Okay.
Woody was learning to hide his sociopathic nature behind a mask of humanity.
He realized that you shouldn't quit just because you're losing. It takes the fun out of it for everyone.
Life before the internet, everybody. It wasn't pretty.
Woody tried as hard as he could to catch up, but the other team still won.
Turns out quitting was the right choice.
Woody's teammates didn't mind, though. It was still a close race, and all of them enjoyed it, even if they didn't win.
Way to lose, Woody.
You're the slowest!
So, Woody's learned a few things about being a good sport, too.
Yet he still stinks at ball.
Do you think Woody and Paula will remember the things they've learned?
Is anyone even listening?
Let's see how their argument turns out.
So mean about it.
If things get heated, I got $10 on Paula.
You're on.
This time I'll help you. Well, okay, but only if you promise not to brag so much.
Okay, but what is
I
Briag?
won't brag, but don't you throw the pieces either. I won't.
Pretty tepid version of Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf.
Will you let
Bring me Bergen. Bergen and Ovaltine.
Okay, I'll let you get a king. You go first.
Being a good sport may not be easy to do.
So never mind then. Sorry to waste your time,
With
folks.
practice. And with the help of our friends.
Well, your friends. See, become a narrator and the friends kind of dry up. So, kids, never become a narrator.
Riff Tracks. Some movies have it coming. This has been a Riff Tracks presentation. Riff Tracks, copyright by Riff Tracks and Legend Films. All rights reserved. Unauthorized use or duplication is prohibited.